Friday hair. It's gone all poofy. This set of nails, I didn't mention it in the video, but this set of nails is inspired by the Nail Sugar May mood board. I've taken one of the images from the mood board and I've based my set of nails on that. I'm going to put it on the screen here. That is it. It's so cool. So yeah, that is what this, so if I keep saying, referring back to the original image that I didn't mention in the voiceover, which is why I'm doing the face cam, because I haven't done face cam for a while, so I can do face cam. Anyway, yeah, but yeah, let's just watch the video and you know what I'm on about. Okay, love you, bear. Hi everyone, welcome back. So in today's video, I've got a few bits here. I've got the new Nail Sugar Sherbet Surprise Glitter, which is perfect for this set of nails. I've got the camper van decals from Nail Sugar. You can save 10% on Nail Sugar using my code NATMUG10. Got some water because we're obviously going to be using decals. Then I've chose a selection of colours from Madame Glam. I've got Light Lilac, El Rey, Tulips, Lightborn and Fries Before Guys. The don't know what I was going to say. Oh, I also pick another one that's called Fresh Water as well, because that one goes quite nicely with the colours from the glitter. But firstly, I'm going to cut out not the glitters. I'm going to cut out the decals that I want. We're going to use these two, and they're going to go across two nails to create like one image. This is the glitter. Oh, it's so nice. You're going to see all the little bits inside it in a minute. See, this is the other one that I was going to, can you see? Can you see? It goes quite nicely. I'm going to pop that on my palette as well. So from the image, you would have noticed that behind the camper van, there is kind of like a waterfall of rainbow colours. So I am going to kind of copy that on the nails. I'm having like one section here is going to be, we're starting with the green because the green was in the middle on the image. I don't know why, this bit I decided to do a lot thicker than the other side. I don't know why, but we're going to fill in this whole green section, and every time I move on to a different section, I'm going to cure the first section that I've done so that the colours don't bleed into each other. See, so they're going to go in the lamp now. And then we're going to start on one nail. We're going to create another section. It's almost like colour blocking kind of, but we're not using straight lines. We're using curvy lines. And this is now going to be blue. So I'm trying to follow the rainbow kind of. I'm not very good with stuff like that, but there we go. So we're going to use the fresh water now to fill in this area. And then once that's done, that will go in the lamp. And then on the other nail, I'm going to move on to Lightborn. Now you have to be careful with this one. I don't know what it is with yellows. I find yellows are prone to wrinkling. So make sure that you apply this one nice and thin. Once I filled this section in, I did go over it to try and get some of the excess gel polish off. But luckily this time, I put just enough on there that it didn't wrinkle. But I didn't have to go over it with a second coat, which was quite good. So there we go. So that's going to go in the lamp. And then back to the other nail. The next section we're going to do is going to be Lilac. 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 And then again, that will get cured in the lamp once that is done. Then back to the other nail. The last tiny little section is going to be Fries Before Guys. Now this colour will continue onto the next nail. So don't worry about there's not a lot of that colour on the nail. You are going to see a lot more of it. And then the same with the other side. The last colour we're going to use is the pink. But again, the pink is going to like run into the nail next to this one. So yeah, if you want to see more pink, don't panic, it's fine. Then between each of the colours, I broke my Nat Mug Nail Sugar brush. I broke it. I dropped it and it dinked right on the top. Anyway, so I'm using a new one, and the bristles aren't as flexible yet. I need to wear her in, so I struggled a bit with this. I'm putting black lines between the colours. I tell you why I also struggled, because I'm using gel polish and I normally use gel paint. And gel polish is a lot difficult to work with, especially when you're doing like fine lines and stuff. Hence why these didn't turn out quite fine. But I didn't want them to be fine, but I didn't want them to be quite this thick. So I had to kind of think, oh, well, you know, so what, it doesn't matter. So they're a little bit thicker than I'd have liked. It's not a big deal. There we go. Now they've all got their lines on, they're going to go in the lamp for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to cover the other nails. So this nail is going to go on to the left of that other nail, and then this pink nail is going to go on the right side of the other nail. And I'm going to do 2 coats of this on each of the nails and cure them for 30 seconds. Then this nail, I don't know why, but if you looked at the image, there's flowers and hearts and like weird random shapes that remind me of lakes, and then there's some mushrooms. I don't particularly like the mushrooms, so I thought, right, I'll do some like hollow heart. I'm going to do 1 hollow heart on each nail, hand painted, and then I'm going to do like 2 flowers with 5 petals. I'm going to do that with, not with my brush, put your brush down, Nats, with a dotting tool, because it's just much easier. It's so much easier. So dab that into your gel polish, and then you're just going to do like 5 dots. You could do 6 petal flowers. I just like 5. I think that's quite nice. So that one's coming off the nail. I'm going to do another one coming off the nail at the bottom. I've chose lilac for this one. And then we're going to do the same thing on the pink nail, but we're going to use different colours. So once I'm happy with this, I will pop it in the lamp for 30 seconds. And then this is me starting the pink one, but we're going to skip forward because it's exactly the same. Looks something like this once it's done. And then we're going to add some glitter. So the glitter, we need something for the glitter to stick into. So I'm going to put a very wet, not very wet, it is wet, a very thin coat of base coat, and we're going to keep the base coat wet. We're not going to cure it. And then I'm taking some of the base coat off because I felt like that was too much. I'm picking up bits. Right, this is the point. At this point, you can see like a lot of the different shapes that are inside the glitter, because doing this, there were even more shapes than I realized. There's cosmic stars, 5 pointed stars, there's circles, there's triangles, there are flowers, there's hollow hearts, there's solid hearts, there's iridescent glitter. I think that's actually everything. But there's so much going on in this glitter mix. It's just so apt for this set of nails. I loved it. I loved it a lot. So we're going to fill in this nail. Whatever we do on this nail, we're going to do something similar on the pink nail. Obviously, it's not going to be exact. I'm not going to go through picking out the exact same shapes that I've used, but I'm just going to have a scattering of glitter as opposed to a full nail, because I'm working on gel polish. If I was using acrylic, I might do I could do like a full nail of this glitter, which would look quite cool. But by doing it this way, I like that you get to see all the different shapes and stuff, but each to their own. So, and look, I'm also trying to dab some of that iridescent glitter across the nail as well. So I'm going to leave it like that, and then I'm going to pop it in the lamp, and I'm going to then do the same on the pink one, and then this is what they look like, but they're not finished. I'm going to add the decal now. Now, I mucked up a little bit with the decal. So when I apply my decals now, I put them on the stamper, dampen the back. You put them upside down, dampen the back, and then after several seconds, the backing just peels off. Now, because this is very see-through, I'm going to apply some white gel polish to the back of this. I'm going to fill it in completely, cure it, and then stamp it. And that's going to, look, it's giving us a nice, bright camper van. However, the next one I didn't put enough gel polish on the back, and it's still quite opaque. Because look, when I stamp it on, also you want to make sure they're lined up. When I stamp it on, you can see the black line through it. Oh, which really bothered me. If that black line wasn't there, I would have really enjoyed this set of nails. Actually, I do still really enjoy this set of nails. I was just really annoyed about that line. And then for some reason, I decided that the shapes that I hand painted on, I thought, I'll go around those with black gel polish as well. Like literally, I felt like everything had to be, what's the word? I was going to say highlighted. Outlined. Everything had to be outlined with, but it doesn't, Nats. It doesn't. And I don't like them now. But I do something in a minute that makes it a little bit better. I decided as well to make the camper van fit in a bit more, that I was going to go around this with the black gel paint as well. And I'm glad I did, because I feel like it did make it fit in a little bit better. I'm trying to do my voiceover through my mic on my iMac, but every time I was doing it, it would start out okay, and then I'd start to sound like a robot. So I've had to do it back on my phone. So I'm going to have to airdrop the video back to my... I tell you what, it's been a right nightmare. It's been a right nightmare today. Also, tomorrow's video, I don't know if I said this already, because I feel like I've done this voiceover 50 million times. I didn't upload yesterday, which would have been Thursday. I'm going to upload that video on Sunday, because I don't think anyone's going to watch it tomorrow, because I think everyone's going to be engrossed in the coronation. Let me know if you're not going to be, because I'm not going to be. It's not my cup of tea. I love the Queen, don't get me wrong, but I'm not too keen on the Prince, even though he's not the Prince, he's the King now. But there we go. Right, top coat. Also, if you're doing this on someone and you want the nails to be nice and smooth, I suggest you go over the glitter nail with like base coat or a thin coat of builder gel first, because that will smooth it out. If you top coat straight over the glitter, there might be some little bumpy bits, and your client might not like bumpy bits. But because these aren't going on a client, I'm just going to top coat straight over them. Then I decided that, again, if you look at the original image, there are some little daisies in that rainbow waterfall. So I decided that I was going to grab my dotting tool again and some Madam Glam white gel paint. Now the white gel paint, or all of Madam Glam's gel paints don't have a tacky layer. So I need a poop. Oh, it's coming. Oh, let's hold it. Okay, I'm going to hold it. Sorry, why did I have to tell everyone that? I'm going to have to stop this now. Okay, pretend that never happened. Right, I'm adding daisies onto the rainbow waterfall background. Again, I'm doing the little, like the 5-petal thing with this. It's not a stamper, it's a dotting tool, and I'm just going to do 2 daisies on each side of the camper van. So 2, like one at the top-ish and one at the side, and then I'm just going to fill the middle in with white, and that will go in the lamp for 60 seconds because it's a gel paint, not a gel polish. I think what I was saying was Madam Glam gel paints don't have a tacky layer, so you can use them on a top coated nail. So you won't have to top coat this again. That's what I think, that's what I was saying. I can't even remember. Is it the weekend yet? Nearly, thank goodness. Right, dots inside the little daisies, little yellow ones. This is the yellow Madam Glam gel paint. And then again, that will need a 60-second cure. And then just to add something a little bit more fun and to cover up some of those thingies that I've done, this is the SBD London Pretty Putty. I'm going to cover up that heart that I drew on because I don't like it. I really like this magenta colour. So I've made a ball. I'm just going to press it down. I've got my Madam Glam application brush. I'm going to dampen it with, oh no I haven't, I've got a silicone tool, but I do move over to my Madam Glam application brush in a minute. If you just dampen them with some isopropyl alcohol, it just stops it from sticking. Some people use water, you can use water as well. I'm just going to push a little divot, I don't know if that's the right word, I'm not quite sure what a divot is. Yeah, I don't know, we're going to make a little arch for the little heart, and then I'm going to bring the sides down to a point, and then I'm just going to like brush down these bits here like this, just to smooth it out and make it a little bit rounded. And then I will pop that into the lamp for 60 seconds. And we've got some like little 3D stuff going on this set of nails, which I quite like. And then for the blue one, I'm using the Nailchemy Blue 4D sculpting gel. It's the same kind of, you know, same kind of product. You know, it's that kind of sculpting, plasticine type gel. I'm obsessed with this stuff again. I went through a phase of loving it, and then I stopped using it for ages, and now I'm loving it again. Look, this one I'm just pushing down onto the nail, and then I will use that other, I think I've got some pink on the blue as well. It's got like a thing on it. I'm going to push in where I want the petals to go. I was trying to make 5 equally spaced petals. This is the hardest bit. So you push in where you want the petals to be. Well, no, this will be the sides of the petals. Can you see? And then I'm just going to use the brush to push it down a bit. And it's supposed to make those petals look a bit bigger. Kinda. That's what it's going for anyway. I don't know that I quite managed it. But you can see that it's a flower. And again, I will shove that into the lamp for 60 seconds. And then this is them finished with some crystals on. Crystals are Crystal Parade Crystals Preciosa AB. You can get 10% off those using my code NATBUG10 as well. But this is them finished. Hope you like them. If you did, please leave a like. If you haven't already, do consider subscribing. It's completely free. You can always change your mind later, though I'd rather you didn't. Don't forget to join in with Nail Sugar's May mood board. God bless. Love you all. And I will see you on Sunday. Yeah, I know, random, right? Anyway, love you all. Bye. God bless. Bye, 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 bye.